Good evening, everyone. This is James Ramelli from Alpha Shark Trading here with another example of how I can use candlesticks to confirm setups on the Ichimoku cloud. So we showed you an example of how we were able to confirm and validate a setup on the cloud using candlesticks. Well, here's an example from yesterday in Tesla, where the candlesticks actually invalidated the cloud setup. And we're talking about the first 3 bars worth of price action here on the 5. You can see the first bar of the day, big red bar, but a pretty decent sized tail on this bar. The stock sold off as low as about 167.85 and ended up closing about $2 higher than that. Now that does not show me really bearish price action right on the open. The second bar was a doji bar, but the third bar of the day was a huge green candle that ripped higher, took out all of this price action here, and then lo and behold, what happened? The stock reversed throughout the rest of the day, closing just off of its highs of the day. So even though the cloud was sloping lower, even though we were closing as a bear bar below the cloud, this isn't the most bearish type of price action that I could ask for. So it doesn't confirm the setup. It doesn't, necessarily call this a all-in, all hands short in Tesla. And what do you know? The stock ended up rallying back, never took out the lows that were set in that first bar, so it would not have been a good short setup. So it's just another example of a really simple pattern that you can look at on the open using the cloud to help confirm a setup. And in this case, it led us away from a trade setup that would have been a loser, whereas on Tuesday in BABA, it put us into a trade setup that would have been a winner. So a really good example of how price action and candlesticks are important and why you should care and pay attention to that stuff. We have more information coming out about this over the weekend, so please keep your eyes peeled for more emails and have a fantastic evening. And as always, happy trading.